guys, quick homeschool overview. I've got lots of books that we just like to read here, and my main bag that I have all of the stuff that's like my book for the math, journals and stuff like that, all the stuff that I need for homeschooling to get done. I have another bag that is my homeschooling backpack bag, where I keep all of the paperwork and stuff like that that we're going to be doing, especially if we're like not at the house, road schooling, on the road, doing other things, other places, at the park. Have all the papers in there to do that. There's another bag right here that is the 5-year-old's bag, and this is going to have all the papers that are done put into it. They each, the 5 and 6-year-old each have this binder that we're decorating for the first day of school, and they're going to put their name on it and everything. And here they have little baggies for their own scissors, their own crayons, their own pencils, their own everything. That way, if anything gets lost, I know whose it was, because they each have their own color and everything, and we can do a good job of keeping track of our own things and putting them away. I think that'll make a big difference. So we've had a lot of these science kits for homeschooling, and they come with these, and so we're going to get a little bit more serious instead of just every now and then, we still have an advent calendar. Every now and then doing some science stuff, it's going to be more regular. And I'm going to be mainly focusing on having them build stuff with me. So we're going to be road schooling. We're going to try and do the whole schooly thing, and we're going to work on building it this year. And so I thought it would be good to get safety goggles and the whole thing going as we're working on tool safety. We have a little Sesame Street tool book here that we can keep reading because they just really enjoy it and think it's cute and like the pictures and the characters as we keep learning and doing the safety for each of the tools. We have the word of the day area here. That is actually how we start each day. We open our journals up, name and date, word of the day with an animal, and have a lot of bird books. So I guess we're doing a lot of birds for our animal of the day here. Again, as we get into road schooling, I'm hoping that I can get the animals of the day to match up and make sense with the places that we're going and the habitats that we're going to be in and around. That's also, I have this 50 states book. I'm going to be making copies so we can color as we go to the different states. Yeah, hold on. As we're in the different states and in national parks and stuff, I have these little science books that we can do and go through and do different things out of for exploring nature and stuff like that. We're going to be doing women in sports as our history. We did, where is it? Rejected princesses and some of those stories last year, and so I think we're going to keep continuing with that. Also with our journals and words of the day. You all right?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. We also like to work on languages. So we've been working on Japanese and Swedish. We just started working on Japanese, and they've been doing really well with it. And so I found this book. I don't even know how I got it or where I got it, but we're gonna read this, see how it goes, because they're enjoying Swedish. We're doing this for the different calendar days, so we can just work on, like, that one's scary, but like there's little fairy tales and stuff like that, word of the day for the calendar, and yada yada yada. Yeah, we also do piano and ballet. I don't have the piano in here, but let me show you how I work or set up each day. Okay, hold on. I have this fully set up. I have alarms on my phone that go off that kind of tell us, oh, that means that we need to be doing this. That means we need to be moving to this, so we can see how far behind we are. But for the most part, we are not doing all of these things every day. We are focusing, like, Mondays are normally, this is the first day of school, but normally they're going to be really focusing on ballet and piano. Now, we will do ballet and piano throughout the week and practice, but I'm not doing a full ballet class and a full piano class every single day. They have a piano class this day with their grandma, but they just do over the phone, and that's been working out great for them. And then they can just keep practicing throughout the week. I used to teach dance classes. They do a ballet class with me, and we can keep practicing those things throughout the week. But no, I am not doing all of this stuff every day. And we're still reading Ella Enchanted as our read aloud right now because they like that movie, and so I thought it would be fun. We're going to still do Ramona Q books next year because they really liked them, and they're like a chapter book with pictures in it, and they really enjoy that. I thought James and the Giant Peach would be fun, and I thought the Campground Kids would be a really great one to add in with national parks. Okay, road schooling. I do plan on having, we're going to have a lot of different stops that are going to be necessary stops, but each of these stops are an hour away from each other, and it's really not that hard to do just in one day. But we're going to be splitting it up, spacing it out, reading the books with it, and trying to get all of the animals from here that match with the different places we're going, so everything makes sense together. The state coloring books I'm going to be making copies of, so that makes sense together with where we're going to. And even doing our nature exploring stuff in the parks that makes sense with what we're able to do at each place we go to. The two programs I'm signing them up for are the National Park Junior Ranger program, which you have to sign up for each park you're going to, and just let them know, hey, I'm going to be here this day, or I'm coming, I've got a little junior ranger, and they tell you what to do, where to go, all that stuff. Then I think, and it's the same thing for Lowe's. They have a once a month workshop class for little kids where you get a patch to put on the apron they give you. So you get 12 patches by the end of the year. And so that's what we're going to be doing with our tools, and to be helping us kind of tie in everything together with building the bus for the road schooling. I feel like I'm rambling, but I also feel like that kind of made sense to me. Maybe we'll get a week or two into schooling, and we'll see how it's going, and I'll let you know if any of this has worked out at all. They ended up doing school on the ground.